Buddy, it's Grandpa Ken, your friend. Listen, I learned something a long time ago. If you want to know the basics, just what you need to know and want to learn it quick and well written, you go get a golden book. Well, for a long time, I've been a fan of Beyonce, ever since she was in Destiny's Child. So I like to know all the background I can when it's, how can you be a fan if you really don't know who the person is? So I decided to find out who Beyonce was. You want to join me? How about Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter is her name, is an award-winning entertainer who believes in being positive example for others. Me too, that's what I try, kiddos. Beyonce Giselle Knowles was born on September 4th, 1981. Her birthday's coming up. In Houston, Texas. She grew up in a family of four. That's nice, with her younger sister, Soline, and their mom and dad, of course. Her father, Matthew Knowles, was a salesman. That's what Grandpa Ken was for a long time. Her mother, Celestine Knowles, also known as Ms. Tina, that's neat, owned a hair salon. See, there's their family, kiddos. Huh? Isn't that nice? She's such a talented woman. Wonder where she got all of her talent and what it takes to be a success. When Beyonce was a young girl, she helped her mom in her salon by sweeping the floors and cleaning up. She saw how hard her mom had to work, and she learned she needed to work that hard too if she wanted to have her dreams come to reality. See, there's her mom being a salon, yep, being in the salon, taking care of people. She also learned then that you need to take care of people. Well, when Beyonce was in elementary school, she began taking lessons in dancing. One day, while she was dancing and her heart out, as she always does, her teacher began humming a tune. Well, it wasn't long. Beyonce started singing the song, word for word, hitting the hardest notes, all by memory. The teacher said, I think you need to look at singing and dancing. You're very talented. Well, see, that was very early. Beyonce loved, just always loved singing and dancing. When she was 9, she auditioned for a group called Girls Time. She was chosen to join the group along with a girl named Kelly Rowland, and Kelly enjoyed singing as much as Beyonce did. The two girls became best friends, and they'll stay together for a long time, we'll learn. Beyonce and Kelly and the rest of the girls in Girls Time were such great performers that they competed on this is an older show I remember, but I remember seeing them in this too, show called Star Search. Although they didn't win that time, they loved being in the spotlight, and Beyonce knew that was for her. I bet. Well, Beyonce's father was so impressed with the Girls' Time that he left his job to become their manager. This meant Beyonce got to work next to the man she loved, her father. Beyonce, Kelly, and the rest of the Girl Time worked hard. It's always the secret, kiddos. It's working hard. They practice every day. I know gymnasts do it twice a day. Oh, it's just incredible. And eventually, the work paid off. When Beyonce was 14, think about that, kiddos. She was 14. The group received an offer from a record label. Whoa, the girls were going to record an album so that people everywhere would start to hear them sing. They were very excited, but the joy didn't last. A few months after the record deal was signed, the label dropped Girls' Time without releasing their album. See, kiddos, you don't always, she was a superstar, but not yet, so they didn't even produce it. And how would you like to have been the judges that said she wasn't the best on Star Search? I thought she was. The girls didn't let that setback stop them. They changed the group's name to Destiny's Child, yay, 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 and kept performing. They quickly got a deal with Columbia Records because they were outstanding. And a few months later, they released one of their best first singles. I loved it, No, No, No. Beyonce and the other members of Destiny's Child began recording new songs and touring and doing interviews on TV. Suddenly, the group was unstoppable. They recorded another album. I remember this one too. In 2001, their song, Say My Name, won the Grammy Awards for the best R&B song. A Grammy is the award given, by the way, for the excellence in music industry. Around this time, the group started having a little bit of shakeup. Two of the original girls dropped out, and after some time, the girls found their groove and eventually were just Bernice, Kelly, and Michelle. Did I say Bernice? It's Beyonce. Members, Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. There they were. I remember them. Yes, I do. I remember when they first came out. Beyonce was a young woman at that point, in her early 20s, and her dreams were coming true. As the group's successes grew, Beyonce had opportunities to perform in new ways, including on TV and movies. In 2002, she played a character named, are you ready guys, Foxy Cleopatra in the movie Austin Powers. Goldmember. I thought that was so funny. She even recorded the movie's lead song. Performing on stage with her friends, Destiny Child, was wonderful, but Beyonce was feeling she needed to perform alone. She decided to give it a try, and in 2003, she released her first solo album, Dangerously in Love. Beyonce's solo album included a song with a famous rap singer. You guys know who that was? It was Jay-Z. And the Crazy in Love won another Grammy. She was just, and keeps winning them. She even won in country western music and everything. She traveled all over the world, and in 2004, Destiny's Child released an album called Destiny Fulfilled. It sold almost 500,000 copies in the first week, kiddos. Kelly and Michelle sing and dance, but they wanted to do a world tour. So something happened in their first tour that they decided they should go on their solo careers. Beyonce's second solo album, B-Day, was released on her this is cool, kiddos, on her 25th birthday. It featured another song with Jay-Z called Deja Vu. Beyonce and Jay-Z had become very close friends, but then they were married, and the friendship has grown, as did their family. As a team, Beyonce and Jay-Z could not go wrong, kiddos. They've had so many successes. Not only did they make great songs, but they had 3 children together. Blue, Ivy, and then there was Rummy and Sir were twins. Look at, isn't that a nice family? Huh? I always thought so. And then after she did that, she started the Be Good Foundation, and it feeds children all over the world, kiddos. It's a wonderful organization. Be Good, B-E-Y. And then Beyonce has won awards and recognitions, as we all know, for not only her songs, but her Be Good Foundation as well. This is a quote from her I wanted to make sure I read to you guys. I strongly believe if you work hard, whatever you want, it will come true to you. I know that's easier said than done, but keep on trying. That's the kind of girl she is. And Beyonce continues to show the world even now that you can Achieve success by working hard and being kind to others and never giving up on your dreams. And she says, pursue your dreams just like Beyonce. Thanks, kiddos. Be safe. I hope you enjoyed. It was a little bit longer than normal, but it was a Beyonce. I thought it might be worth it. See you later.